for a minute. I'm like, what day is it? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Come on in. I know some of y'all ain't in here yet, but I'm gonna get started and talk a little bit since I'm in the car. I'm just waiting for the sun to go down. And let me tell y'all, I just got off a 4-hour interview, right? Quote unquote interview. The reason I titled this video Storytime Bizarre News Reporter is because last night I got a random message in my Facebook Messenger for a message request, and it was in my spam folder. And at first I thought it was somebody trolling me, but when they explained who they were and they said who they worked for as a newspaper lady, she said she was a writer and a reporter for a local paper out of South Florida. And anywho, she asked to do an interview with me for a fellow content creator that I've been following that I told y'all about called Tiffany's Farm that's been having a little issues with the racist neighbors messing with her and her land. And I was like, oh, cool, sounds fascinating. Why I spent, again, 4 hours with the most bizarre news reporter that was not really a real interview. Okay, first of all, it was my fault and my mistake by not asking her if she had a certain amount of questions, if she had like specific, details she wanted. But the first thing I asked her before we even got into it, I said, I have a question. How did you find me? Especially on Facebook. Nobody talks to me on Facebook. If anything, people find me on YouTube if they follow me on my channel, or they find me on Instagram the most because I'm always on Instagram and YouTube, but not Facebook. Like, I share videos from my Instagram that go to my Facebook page, but I really don't be on Facebook like that. And she was like, oh, I seen a comment on Tiffany's Farm channel, and I wanted to get um your perspective of what's happening over there in Georgia and what they're dealing with. Because when I saw that, I said, oh, something's got to be done. I need to write a story about it. And I was so excited to talk to this older black lady. But then I realized, I was just like, you're kind of quirky. I don't understand the purpose of you rambling. And then she just got off topic. She was just like rambling about other issues and political issues, and I'm just like, why are we on the phone for 4 hours and you're not asking me no real questions about the current issue that you're concerned about, that you're writing about? That doesn't make any sense. So, moral of the story: if you get a random message from somebody that claims to be a news reporter or a writer for a paper or a magazine, whatever, just say no. Just say no. Especially if it's like a little old newspaper that nobody's really heard of in the middle of South Florida. Yeah, no, don't do it. No offense to her, sweet lady. And she was like, oh, I'm gonna send you some stuff about wisdom books and da 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 da. And I said, okay, whatever. But I'm not answering my phone. I will keep your number to know who you are, but I'm not talking to you again for another 4 or 5 hours either. Sweet lady, but no, no. I was done. I said, you wasted 4 hours of my time when I thought this was going to be a 30 minutes to an hour phone call of a real questionnaire interview, and you didn't even ask me no real questions. I was done. So I was like, so do you have any other questions pertaining to the issue that you're writing about? Okay, what was the whole purpose of you rambling with me? I felt like, in my opinion, she was lonely. She wanted somebody to talk to, so she just randomly crawled up in my DMs for no reason at all. And on top of that, I'm not a big influencer. I don't have a big following. So why me is the first question. Why reach out to me? And then she said she reached out to the actual content creator that's having the issue, but she said she never heard the response back. Now I see why. But yeah, I was just like, I hope it works out. I said, but keep me posted on the issue at hand and let me know how that Black Caucus convention goes. Because she told me that when she writes the story, she's preparing to present it at some Black Caucus convention out of Savannah, Georgia. Because she said it's some kind of national newspaper Black Association event that they hold every year. And she wants to try to get a press conference on the issue. Hey, Spiritual, how you doing? But anyway, I was just like, why are you rambling about other stuff and you ain't even asking no real questions? I'm mad. But I wasn't trying to be rude. I was respectful or whatever because, she's an elder. And I let her talk and ramble, but I was just like, I'm not answering my phone no more. Mm-mm. But yeah, this is the most bizarre news reporter I've ever spoken to that really didn't ask me about shit about the issue. It was really bizarre. Mm. This BLT sandwich is good. I love Wawa. Hello, how you doing? Welcome. Can you say my name? Erkiskin? Is that how you say it? Erkiskin? I don't know how to, I don't know if I'm saying it right, but it looks like Erkiskin. It's a little complicated, my brother. A little complicated. A little complicated. I really don't know how to say your name. But check out this BLT sandwich I got from Wawa. Shout out to Wawa. If you live along the East Coast, Wawa is a very popular gas station chain. Very good, by the way. The only one that I think is clean in the entire America, with a hot grill where you can get hot and cold sandwiches, burgers, sliders, enchiladas, mac and cheese, just about every little snack you could think of for a very cheap price. Right now, what they have going on is called Wawa Hoagie Fest 2025 Summer of Sandwiches. And you can get any sandwich inside of any Wawa gas station right now for $6 or less. Those sandwiches are normally about $8 or $9, but you can get them half off right now. So that's why I got the BLT. So I spent like $6 for the BLT. I got a bag of chips for like $2, and I got a big old blueberry lemonade for like I think $3. You're from Turkey. Oh wow! Shout out to Turkey. You're a long way from home. Okay. So what y'all got going on today? I just figured I'd come on here and share my little 2 cents on the most bizarre quote unquote phone interview that wasn't really a phone interview. Mmm. It's so good. You got any plans for the weekend? Like I said, I'm just sitting in the car waiting for the sun to go down. It's too hot right now. I was going to go hustle on my side hustles, but with it being 95 degrees and up, I'm not about to be sweating my ass off. Nothing. Clean my house and now laying down, relaxing. Goodbye. Okay. Nice meeting you. Thanks for stopping by. See, I'm chilling right now. I'm just trying to cool off from the hot sun. I got up early this morning and I was in so much pain. Remember I told you my right shoulder was bothering me? Sometime last week was it started bothering me again. It woke me up at 9 o'clock this morning. And I said, I must have some kind of a shoulder strain or pulled something or messed with my rotator cuff or something because I've been really driving a lot lately on my side hustles like a truck driver. Honestly, that's how I feel right now. And now it's messing with me. And I said, I got to go to urgent care. So I took my ass to urgent care this morning when I was up and I asked them for a cortisone shot. And I'm thinking they're going to give me the cortisone shot in my arm. No. They told me to bend over and get that shot in the back of my ass. I was so mad. Mhm. It stung, but it didn't hurt that bad. But it did sting. But the doctor that I saw this morning, she gave me a small prescription for some muscle relaxers, and she told me to take ibuprofen as well, and to make sure I'm currently moving and active throughout the day, to take my muscle relaxers at night. So, other than that, um, it's been a pretty decent day. Just really hot as hell right now. I'm just waiting for that sun to go away because I'm not doing nothing when the sun is out. But yeah, I've just been running around from place to place. I went from the urgent care to the coffee shop. I went to some fancy little coffee shop downtown earlier. It was okay. It was like a really small shop, but it was so noisy and loud. So I grabbed me like a little pastry and caramel latte. It was alright, but it was a little steep. They charged me like $14 for a pastry and a latte. I was done. I said I won't be back here no more. Y'all are steep as hell. And the latte wasn't even all that, to be honest. It was okay, but it's not as good as Wawa. I said I should have took my ass to Wawa and got my latte this morning. But anywho, after that, I just been pretty much sitting in the parking lot, spending the last 4 hours with that black woman, that so-called quote unquote news reporter. I was just like, I could not believe I spent 4 hours on the phone with a complete stranger that said she wanted to do an interview and didn't really ask me no questions. I was done. I was so done. Mhm. But anyway, uh, like I said, I'm not really doing much. I'm just chilling, eating my little BLT sandwich. Let me show y'all what else I got. I got some Cheetos to snack on with my BLT sandwich, and I also got for my little snacky snacks later, some cookies. If y'all ever go to Wawa, try these cookies. I got me a snickerdoodle cookie and a chocolate chip cookie. These are some of their best products. I love their cookies. I don't really care for their donuts or like their cinnamon rolls. They put too much sugar on them. But other than that, I love it. Somebody said, "Girl, change your diet. How about you change your fucking face?" Goodbye. Yeah, put your ass in timeout. Since you want to be a troll, you go to timeout. Goodbye. Get out my channel. Girl, you are really pretty. Oh, thank you, Amalia. So are you. I love it when these trolls just come on here and try to fat shame me because I'm big and I'm chilling and minding my own business. But when you fat shame me, I'm just gonna throw it right back in your face. It don't bother me none. Who I'm gonna get mad for? I don't even know you. Some of these people on the internet be killing me with that fat shaming. It's pretty sad. But yeah, it's just a simple snack, and I am eating healthy. As you can tell, I'm eating a BLT sandwich. So if they paid attention, they would have saw I have a BLT sandwich in the beginning of this video. Mm. But next week, I'm not too thrilled for the watermelon fast. I'm going to attempt to do for 5 days to clean my system and restart my system. Cause baby, I haven't done a fast in so long. Oh God, especially with like fruits and stuff, you lose a lot of weight doing it. But you gotta be kind of careful and not really push yourself over the limit. But I tell people before they start fasting or doing some kind of a cleanse to make sure they consult with their doctor. Because I am not a doctor. Consult with their physician to make sure that it's safe for them to do it because it can mess you up. But yeah, starting on Monday, I was going to start tomorrow, but I was just like, nah, I need one more day of real food before I start this watermelon fast. Starting Monday, I'll be doing watermelon cleanse for about 5 days. Not thrilled. So basically, a watermelon fast, if you've never heard of it, is real watermelon that's blended into like juice. You basically juice in the watermelon, and you basically sucking down watermelon juice for at least a week or at least 5 days to cleanse yourself. And all I'm gonna have is water and watermelon juice. Literally, that's it. And then after that, I'll be back up on my regular routine. I'll probably be doing like some more meal prep routine deals like I used to. I'm just not really into the whole cooking method. I don't cook a lot at home since I live alone, but I'm definitely getting back in the habit of meal prepping to keep myself from eating out like garbage food and stuff like that. And when I do grab stuff on occasion, like what I'm doing now from Wawa, I get sandwiches from time to time. I get BLTs. If I don't get a BLT, I'll get like something else, like a salad or something. I try to keep it healthy. But if it's not a BLT from Wawa or something, it'll be like a sub from somewhere like Jersey Mike's. That's one of my favorite spots. If not Jersey Mike's, I go to Firehouse. Firehouse subs is pretty decent too. They're just hella pricey. They're very expensive. But now that Wawa got this Hoagie Fest, I say, yeah, I'm hitting up them BLTs and them club sandwiches at Wawa right now. Mhm. But yeah, pray for me when I do that watermelon fast next week because I'm not thrilled. Whew, it's so hard. Y'all have no idea how it feels if y'all have never done it. Your body goes through like a starvation mode, and you'll feel extremely hungry when you first do it. But it's like a mind deal. It's a mental thing. You just have to keep in mind to keep continuously drinking fluids, or else you're gonna be hungry for like for the rest of the week. So as long as you continually drink, your fluids like your water, your herbal teas, or whatever else, besides your watermelon, you'll be fine. But yeah, not having no real food and doing a whole complete fast. Oh God, some people are so bold and crazy with the whole dieting deal. They will do a whole entire like 2 to 3 week fast. I can't do stuff like that. That would really kill me. I can only do 5 days at a time, or at least a week. I was gonna do a week, but I was just like, nah, I just get a 5 day cleanse. I'll be okay with a 5 day fast. But yeah, after that, going back to real food, going back to meal prep, and yeah, I'll be good to go from there. I'm also start getting back on my walking. I just barely got back in the gym last week. I've been slacking on that. I know I've been doing pretty bad. I've been trying, but I'm definitely gonna get back into my walking. Probably Monday. I'll probably start walking in the park like I used to. Every time I would get off of work when I was living in Texas, I would go to the park and walk. But it's been so hot out here lately. I don't like walking in the hot sun either. So, since we have a little bit of a heat wave that feels like an index of like 110 out here right now, I just rather just go to the gym and call it a day and just walk on the treadmill or do bicycle stuff or whatever. But yeah, it's too hot to be walking out here. You'll fall out and pass out if you're not hydrated and stuff. But yeah, if it wasn't so hot, I would walk out here. But it's just too hot to walk outside. The sun got to go down first for me to walk. But other than that, that's pretty much all I got going on. I ain't doing absolutely nothing this whole entire weekend. I was gonna do a road trip this weekend because of payday, but then when I realized half of my payday went to bills, I was just like, might as well stay the hell here until next payday. But when next payday comes, I definitely do plan on taking a road trip for real, for real. Just right now, I'm currently working on tackling some debt, um, credit cards, which I'll probably never pay off anytime soon, and loan debt. But I don't have a lot of loan debt. I just have small petty loans, like payday loans and stuff when I borrowed when I first moved here, just slowly paying them off. Like my debt is literally like after pay loans. Like for example, I had a pay later loan last minute flight for Southwest Airlines, and I'm paying as little as 30 to 40 bucks a month to pay them off. Stuff like that. And then once I pay those off, and hopefully my credit card, whenever that happens, I don't think that'll ever happen. I keep paying the damn minimum. I need to pay more than the minimum. Then I can enjoy myself some more. But right now it's kind of hard to really enjoy myself, so I have to take like short day trips or like weekend trips whenever I do explore different cities. I can't really take a real vacation anyway. One, I ain't got no money to my name. Two, I'm rebuilding. And then three, trying to save my coins, trying to invest. I've been doing a lot of research lately on YouTube about different investment accounts, like 500 index, whatever accounts, and all this other stuff, ETF funds, blah, blah, blah. And I'm trying to build the wealth while I'm in my sleep. Trying to find other ways so I don't have to work as hard as what I'm doing now, pretty much. I don't mind doing my side hustles, but the side hustles are killing me. I can't stand ripping and running across the city in my poor car with all these miles on it, and then I'm getting pennies in return. Like, there's a lot of gas I'm wasting. There's no real money. There's no real income from it if you think about it. Half of it goes to gas. And then when I do get a little bit of change, on average, I would say anywhere between 50 to like 100 something a day, it just goes away to like random bills and stuff. But other than that, that's the current situation. But yeah, I'm not really doing shit. I'm just camping out for a little bit at home, watching Tubi movies, and now watching BMF again. The new season of BMF just came out on Stars. They on season 4. What I want to know is when the new season of P Valley gonna come out. That's what I need to know. I kept saying a new season coming, but they never said when it's coming. So I don't know. But that was my show. Uncle Clifford was a jam, man. He was a good character. Ooh, that lemonade's too sweet. They put too much simple syrup in it. It's like a blueberry flavored lemonade. I know next time just to get water. I should have known not to get a flavored lemonade drink. Y'all are mighty quiet up in here. Y'all ain't talking. Y'all just popping in, being nosy, just watching me. Y'all doing people watching. Y'all better talk to me, damn it. mm, that's a good ass BLT sandwich. Mhm. I have to give me another one of these later. They're good as hell. I like their BLT sandwiches though. They on point. I like them. Mhm. Damn. Y'all so mean. Everybody left my line. That's messed up. Yeah, this is straight. And that was pretty decent. It was alright. Not bad. Got crumbs all over me. It was alright. Not bad. You chopped. What does that mean? I don't understand what that means. What does you chop mean? I don't understand. Too bad. What you talking about? Are you trolling me or something? Are you trying to make fun of me? Like, what does that mean? Y'all be weird on here sometimes. I swear to God, y'all be weird. Well, I'm not about to waste y'all's time since nobody's up in here. I'm about to get off the live because no one cares to listen to me right now anyway. So I will talk to y'all later. Peace all.